Okay, that should be working now. Let me just double check. Please tell me this is working. Okay, that's working, and there we go. We are up and running at last. That took so long. You can tell I haven't done this for a little while, but thankfully we are back. Welcome back, everybody, to Cloyne United, episode 15. Hello, JJ. We go. There we go. Right. I nearly lost the chat almost instantly, but we have recovered it. Oh, lads, I'm actually going to answer your question, JJ. That's the first thing to do. I am so sorry for not being on here since, God, I think it was sometime last week, I believe, was the last stream we had. Let me double check. I think it was last Thursday, if memory is serving me correctly. And let me just double check. It was 9 days ago, so that was Wednesday, I think it was. Wednesday, or Tuesday. I don't know. It was last week sometime. Anyways, I'm shit at maths. But yeah, last week I unfortunately came down with a wee bit of an illness and I was feeling absolutely miserable. And I ended up just not getting the time to stream. I didn't get to do anything really. I wasn't going to jiu-jitsu. I wasn't able, excuse me, to record another episode of the podcast. As you can tell, the cough is still there a little bit, but it's nowhere near as bad as it once was. But yeah, it just unfortunately wasn't allowing me to do the things I would like to do. But I feel a lot better now, feeling refreshed, and I've been looking forward to this moment for quite a while now, and it's great to be back streaming. So I think what we're going to do today is we are going to get through the month of December. As you can tell, we've got plenty of games here. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, Southampton in the League Cup, Everton at home, Sheffield away, and then Villa at home. Last time out, I believe the first game we played was the Man City game, followed by the Liverpool game. So as you can see, we had a very successful episode last time. Every game that we actually played, we won. We did lose that last Conference League game, but it didn't matter because we threw out a rotated team and we simmed it because we've already topped the group. So it is what it is. Obviously, we don't know who we have in the Conference League yet because, excuse me, they have to go through the preliminary rounds before they get to the last 16, which we've qualified for. And yeah, that's something to look forward to in the future. So we'll start with this game against Chelsea, and we will play pretty much every other game. We might sim the Sheffield game. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, fuck it. Anyways, let me just go back to the chat. Sorry to hear that. Glad you're feeling better. I appreciate that, JJ, and I appreciate that you are back on here again. And let me just get your last comment there because that's after. Why is this switching automatically? Last episode, still fresh in my memory from last week. Never a dull moment. It was a great episode. And at least, we left it on a bit of a high last time out. It's not like, we had a dull episode. Well, we never do have a dull episode, really, do we? Last time out. So it was nice that we had something kind of exciting. But we will kick off this game against Chelsea. Of course, we are still top of the league. Villa, still undefeated, though, in second place. Chelsea, who are about to play, are fourth. They are just 7 points behind us with the same amount of games played. City in third as well, who are ahead of them on goal difference. So this should be interesting. Let's see how we get on. Peterborough simmed against the other Sheffield team. JJ, I tell you what, man. I'm not going to lie and say I watched the game live. I honestly didn't. But I did see the highlights. That was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible, so it was. I'm still stunned as to how that game went. And fair play to Sheffield Wednesday, because it would have been very easy to throw in the towel. But they're in the playoff final now. Tell you what, there was a bit of a discussion recently on, I think it was on Talk Sport, which, listen, I don't really pay too much attention to Talk Sport, but this is one of the few times where I was like, yeah, look, this is probably a decent discussion worth having, surrounding the playoffs and saying that, the third place team should just, go straight up, or, obviously I know that the third place team in League Two does, but he was saying that, they were saying it should just be automatic promotion and not, have playoffs, but first things first, you're giving teams a chance to play at Wembley in a cup final setting. Secondly, it opens up the door for more teams to get the opportunity to get promoted, because if it was just the first three teams, then it would be constantly. It would be constantly not the same teams every year, but I think it would be most of the same teams coming up and down all the time. Of course, like there would be exceptions, but I think the playoffs opens it up a bit more. But yeah, we've had some exciting playoff games in all of the lower divisions, which just goes to show like how exciting they can be. So yeah, I think that I think that's I think it's worth keeping around. Rumors. There we go. Rumors of Darren Moore could be sacked because he missed out on automatic promotion. Sheffield Wednesday could keep him. I mean, that would be very unfair to sack someone if they get promoted via the playoffs, but you sack them, or even get to the playoff final, but you sack them because they don't get automatic promotion. I think that's very, very harsh. I think that's incredibly harsh. Hang on now. Why does my camera feel like it's a bit... Hold on a second. I feel like my camera settings are a bit all over the place. Give me a second. Right. There's just something I need to do here now. I apologize for this. My fucking... Right, let me turn off that. Sorry, I just need to... I'm going to get up my phone in a second because my laptop is running a bit slow. So let me just get the chat up here. There we go. Right, I just feel like my camera... I was playing a few kickoff games with my siblings. So... Or is it okay? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I was used to the other one. We'll keep it like this for now. It's been a while, lads. It's been a while, but it's good to be back. It is good to be back. Oh, shit. Sorry. There we go. Right, sorry. I've had so many technical issues. It's like when you haven't done this, like a week doesn't sound like a long time, or 9 days, but 9 days is enough time for me to forget how I actually did do this. But we're back up and running there now, and hopefully we can start with a win here against Chelsea. It's Alex Calabria. Oh, that's a good ball in, but just cleared away. JJ couldn't get there yet, but we all know he only needs one chance. I watched the first leg and Peterborough made the playoffs on the final day. Sheffield had 96 points. As soon as the first goal went in, I had this feeling it could be a special night. Yeah, no, in fairness, like, I mean, it was a crazy game, an absolutely crazy game. And listen, as I say, fair play to Sheffield Wednesday for how they managed to pull it off. That's no easy feat, So that's it's absolutely unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It just goes to show like the magic of the playoffs, and like if they ever did get rid of him, I think it would be a huge mistake. I really think so, in my opinion. I know like other countries have like different ways of doing it. Like in Germany, for example, the third bottom team in the Bundesliga plays the third place team in the second Bundesliga in a playoff, in a two-legged playoff. But I don't know. I think that I like the way that England does it. I really do. And then I saw some people say, "Oh, Turl, is he onside? Is Turl onside? Oh, he is, but it's not a great strike out for a corner." I've seen some people say, "Oh, that they should introduce that in the Premier League to give more teams a chance to qualify for the Champions League, to have a playoff between the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th place teams." But let me just finish this attack, and I'll explain why that's not a bad idea, or why it's not a good idea, I should say. Oh, JJ! Oh, back to his best. Back to his best. I said it. He only needs one chance, and he can get you the goal. Apologies if I sound like my voice isn't going as high as it normally would. I'm just, as I say, I still have a bit of a sore throat, so just try to keep it on the DL for now. But that's a great goal by JJ. 1-0 here against Chelsea. Perfect start to the episode. Sums up this League One season. It's been unbelievable and unpredictable. Yeah, I mean, like, you've been filling me in a good bit about it, JJ, and it does sound like it's been a classic in the lower leagues. 31 goals in 17 games for JJ. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous, but in the best way possible. But just to go off what I was saying there about they were saying about having that playoff for Champions League. Here's why that's not a good idea, right? You can finish 5th or 6th, hypothetically, in the Premier League, but you could win a European trophy, and that would, qualify you for... Oh, I thought that was going to be... an equaliser there. That would qualify. Like, if you win the Champions League or the Europa League, you automatically qualify for the Champions League. So, like, in the playoffs, that's those teams' only way of getting up to the Premier League or up to, Championship, League One or League Two or whatever. That's their only way. The only two ways are get automatically promoted or do it via the playoffs. The Champions League, you can qualify for European competitions by other means, which is why I think a playoff, it would be a broken system, because then you'd have to keep, like, let's say one team came fourth and won the Europa League or the Champions League. It's like, what are you going to do in the playoffs then? Pass it down to the 8th place team? It's like you're passing it down too much then. Like, they already have other avenues of getting into the Champions League. So I get the argument that people try to make, but I wouldn't like that now myself. Chavez. Oh, it's 2-0. It's fantastic. Chavez, he really has been like Ji-Sung Park this season. He only seems to score in the big games. He scores here against Chelsea, and we are 2-0 up. Tell you what, lads. We won the Conference League and the Premier League in the same season with Turl United. Are we about to do it with Cloyne United? Still a long way to go, but we're in a very, very good position. There's a good save initially by Mendy, but Chavez followed it up really well. Apparently it's Chavez as well. That was something I did check as well. It's Chavez, but you know what? I'm so used to calling him Chavez, I don't think that I'm going to change, to be honest. Also, 9 out of 10 seasons, same teams will finish in those positions, so no bad idea. Exactly, JJ. It's just, like, as I said, I get the argument they're trying to make, and I don't think it's like, oh, crap. Oh, the fat gorilla keeping that in. Too many flaws against it. There's definitely, it's definitely a conversation to be worth having, but I wouldn't be on the, I wouldn't be supportive of it. But I get what people are trying to say, As I say, it's a game of opinions, but no, I do agree, JJ. I don't think it's the best idea. I think the Premier League is exciting enough as it is, And Alex makes it 3-0. Well, I remember in Turl United, I didn't stream for about a month, and my first game back was against Chelsea, and Chelsea fucking battered us. Excuse me, and that was ironically in our second season as well. But here we are. We hadn't streamed in just over a week, and we are battering Chelsea 3-0. Alex with the beauty. You love to see it. 5 goals in 17 games. So he's contributing both goals and assists. The Irish David Beckham. Absolutely fantastic. But look at the top 4 race this season, just in real life. Obviously, Newcastle are, I think, 1 point away from sealing top 4, which fair play to them. Like, that's fantastic. And you can say what you want about the money they have. They've spent it well, and Eddie Howe has done a great job. And I think they are very deserving of a Champions. At the very least, they deserved a Europa League place. But the fact they're getting Champions League just goes to show how well they've done. And I feel like they're only going to build on that, from here on out. Obviously, we're United. We're very close to sealing top 4, but Liverpool are still breathing down our necks, and that's obviously because we've made it more, more difficult than it needed to be. But in fairness to Liverpool, as much as I don't want to give them credit, and I really fucking hope they don't jump over us, they're making us work for it. And big game now tomorrow for us against Bournemouth, a must win. And I can't remember who are Liverpool playing this weekend. Let me just... oh, shit. I just dropped the fucking phone. Who are Liverpool playing this weekend? We're playing Bournemouth. And Liverpool are playing... No, I don't care about Dundalk and Shelburne. Liverpool are playing Aston Villa. Okay, so Villa. I tell you what, Villa... Okay, Liverpool are at home, but Villa could be a tough team to play. Yeah, Villa. That'll be a tough game for them, JJ, I think. Let's not talk about who's top. It really is up to us to stop the fake half of Manchester. Oh, JJ, it was so funny, right? I don't know if funny is the right word, but I had the Inter and AC game on in the background when I was hanging out with my siblings, and it was, from the sounds of it, it wasn't a great game. Like, I only kind of glanced at it. I ended up missing the bloody goal because I was actually away from the game when the goal went in. I only got to see a replay of it, but like, it was just a piss poor game, and it's a shame because it was the first time in so many years that we had a Milan derby in the Champions League, and it's the first time in years that the Milan teams have done so well in Europe, even though AC Milan look like they're not even going to be in the Champions League next season, which is a shame. But it looks like they're going to be back in the Europa League competition they've never won, by the way. Which is kind of, you'd think that they would have won a UEFA Cup or whatever, but they've never won it. But I wasn't really watching that. And I was like, oh no, Man City, Real Madrid now. Look, it'll be a good game, and I'll be more emotionally invested in it because I don't want City to win, for obvious reasons. And then I was so bloody tired, so I was back in the office for what looks like it's going to be my last time being in that office. And I came back, and I was just absolutely knackered. And I actually ended up falling asleep during the game, and the... let me just chase down Chelsea here. But I ended up falling asleep while it was on. Good save by Mamardashvili. And I woke up and Man City were 2-0 up, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. So yeah, Man City are... they're going to win the league. Arsenal have thrown that away. And I am going to say Arsenal bottled it. I know some people say, oh no, they didn't, because they've still had a great season. I know they have. Like, Arsenal have had a better season than anyone would have thought they were going to have. I don't even think the most deluded Arsenal fan, like, Ty, would have expected them. Well, maybe he would have expected them, but I don't think the second most delusional Arsenal fan would have expected them to have the season they've had. But they did bottle it, because I guarantee if that was United, or if that was Liverpool, or if that was Chelsea, or especially Tottenham, people would be saying that they bottled it. So it shouldn't be any different for Arsenal. I've missed a few chats here. Klopp banned from the touchline. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was for his shenanigans where he went up to the fourth official. I can't remember what game it was, but yeah, I remember that moment. And the first leg when the two Milan teams came out, it felt bigger, and Inter was a house on fire. Shame on Madrid losing 4-0. They bottled it in winning game positions. Yeah, we go off the Milan thing first. Yeah, like, it was like the first, I don't know, because obviously Inter went 2-0 up inside, 12 minutes or whatever it was, or 10 minutes. And I remember thinking, like, this is going to be a classic. Like, I was fully expecting Milan to get back in it. I was like, I think Milan are going to come back from this. Turl, yes, get in there, I do score. It's 4-0, we are battering Chelsea. Oh, you love to see this, a captain strike, doing that billionaire strut. You love to see that, 4-0. Chavez, unselfish. I was actually trying to pass it to JJ, but JJ also being unselfish and leaving it for the captain, Dylan Turl, to put it in for the fourth. You love to see it. But moving on to 4-0 Madrid. Yeah, I mean, listen, I would say shame on Madrid, but Man City, when I watched the highlights, Man City just battered them. It's just like, it's scary, and it's so, like, horrifying to see how good Man City are. And like they'll always be, and like listen, I know people will say it's hypocritical because, bollocks, Lukaku, the man who normally can't finish his dinner, scores a very good goal here, 4-1. That's frustrating. Anyways, excuse me. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, there'll always be that kind of element of fakeness for Man City because it's nothing but money. And like, I know we're looking to get new owners and stuff, but we have a genuine history. And Manchester United is a club built off history, and it has a large fan base because of that. Because we've done it in a more genuine way. Same with, I don't like Liverpool, but Liverpool will always be a more genuine club than Man City are. I don't like Liverpool, and I would say my hatred for Liverpool is maybe a bit stronger than it is for Man City. I don't like either of them, but obviously when push came to shove, when those two teams were going for titles, I was hoping Man City would stop Liverpool from winning the league. That's just the way it is. But with Man City, like, people are trying to say, like, oh, which treble is better. Well, look, a treble is a treble, but City's one will never be, it'll be nowhere near as iconic as United's one, if they do it. Of course, it's still a big if at the moment. Cloyne! Oh, what a goal by Cloyne! It's 5! We are battering Chelsea here. This is unbelievable. Right, let's make some changes. I just realised how late into the game we were. Right, we can bring on Schuler. He can go in there. We'll bring on Afif. Gaia is a bit tired, so we'll bring on Kent. Put Porig there and put Kent there. Hobbs can come on as well. Calabria's a wee bit tired. And I will also bring on Cocaine Bear. I wasn't actually supposed to take off Turl, but you know what? Yeah, we'll give Turl a rest. Why not? And let's get on with the game. But yeah, no, City's treble if they do it. Listen, a treble's a treble. Fair play to them, but there's a lot of strings attached to it. That's all I'll say. And in terms of Arsenal bottling it and winning game positions, yeah, Arsenal are going to look back on this season with a lot of regret. Like, listen, they're back in the Champions League, which they'll be delighted with. They haven't been in the Champions League since 2017. So, like, I mean, I've done 2 college courses since then. You know what I mean? Well, I finished, that was just after I finished my first college course. And I've done another one since then. So that'll tell you how long it's been. Oh, it was nearly 6. Paulinho. Unlucky. That'll tell you how long it's been since, Arsenal have been in the Champions League. But, I mean, some of the results, the 3-3 with Southampton, the 3-0 against Brighton recently, Man City wiped the fucking floor with them at the Etihad. Like, that was supposed to be a big game and supposed to be a fucking, it was supposed to feel like a cup final. But City just battered them. I ended up turning it off because City were just fucking dominating them. But yeah, anyways. City doesn't feel big, especially in the Champions League. It's missing the fanfare factor. Fans only get excited when City is dancing with the ball, and our treble is better. More league games, FA Cup replays. More league games, FA Cup replays. They're hard route into the Champions League. We had to qualify. Yeah, well, it would have been the same amount of league games in 1999. There was still 38 league games back then, but we did play more games in the FA Cup. We had replays against Chelsea and Arsenal. Champions League we had to qualify. The Champions League back then, there was less knockout round games, but because we had to qualify, because we had to go through the qualifying round, we had as many games as you would have now. And keep in mind, our group, great result here by the way, 5-1. Our group was Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Brøndby. Now Brøndby we battered, but Barcelona and Bayern in the fucking group stage. Then we had Inter Milan in the quarterfinals, who I think were the reigning UEFA Cup champions at that stage. And then we had Juventus in the semi-finals, who we had to get a last-minute equaliser against in the first leg. Giggs scored a beauty. And then the second leg, we had to come from 2-0 down to win 3-2. So, Man City, like, fair play to them. But at the same time, it's not... It's not as iconic. It's just not, And, like, obviously, along the way, we had, in the FA Cup, we had the last-minute winner from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer against Liverpool. Giggs scoring that unbelievable goal against Arsenal in the semi-final replay. Schmeichel saving a penalty in the same game. Beckham scored a brilliant goal that I think a lot of people have forgotten about. As I say, the replay against Chelsea where Dwight Yorke scored twice. Then in the Champions League, you had 2 3-all draws against Barcelona in the group. 2 draws against Bayern Munich in very exciting fashion, battering Brøndby. Then we had, as I said, the comeback against Juventus. The Premier League title race went right to the last day. We beat Spurs 2-1 after going 1-0 down. Like, there's just so many moments. The 8-1 against Forest where Ollie came on and scored 4. There's so many moments that just make that season so iconic. And Man City's like... City just don't have... They just don't have that. They just don't have it. Like, they've the most iconic thing City have done this season is probably, I don't know, maybe Rodri's goal against Bayern at a stretch. We've had more moments in the treble as you were listing. Name me any from Man City's. Exactly. Like, I mean, Yeah, I was actually, funny enough, I was just about to say that. Maybe you could talk about Haaland's goal scoring record, but even then, that's the thing about Haaland is there's a lot of big games where he hasn't scored. Like, he didn't score in either game against Madrid. Like, it might sound cynical. I just don't think Man City's treble, if they do end up doing it, I just don't think it's as iconic. I just don't, like, it will be to them for obvious reasons, but I just think, I think it's been a very boring treble if they do end up doing it. And like, they're playing, like when we were playing Bayern Munich in the Champions League final, they were also going for a treble. We were playing a team also going for a treble. And keep in mind, I'm actually going to wear the other kit for this. Our squad that day, we were missing our fucking midfield duo of Keane and Scholes, who were both suspended. You know what I mean? We were missing our two main midfielders, which meant we had to play Ryan Giggs on the right side of midfield, which he didn't do an awful lot of back then. Blomqvist played on the left. And then you had David Beckham and Nicky Butt in centre midfield. So, Man City haven't had any of that. So, look, they've had a great season. Nobody can deny that. Fair play to them, but for me, it's just not anywhere near what we did. It just isn't. And okay, they have Phil Foden, but we had Gary and Phil Neville, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt. We had much more of a youth presence there. Oh, I went quiet there. Oh, I was hoping if I stayed quiet we'd get a chance. Or a goal, I should say, but it was offside. Back in our treble, all the big teams and all the big European leagues are on fire. Now it's a couple. No offense to Inter Milan, right? And I really do hope they beat Man City, but I just, I'm not exactly overly confident about it. But, Inter Milan, fair enough, they're going for a double because they're also in the Italian Cup final. So they're going for a European Cup, a Champions League and Cup double, which, fair play to them. But, can you really say Inter Milan are one of the elite teams in Europe? I wouldn't say so. And I know someone recently tried to say, but the Inter Milan and Juventus teams you played in... shit. Come on. There we go. All the Milan and Inter Milan and Juventus teams that you played in '99 were 7th and 8th when you played them in what's it called? In Serie A. But people forget how great Serie A was back then and how competitive it was and how finishing 7th or 8th in Serie A back then wasn't anything to be kind of shied away from. It was one of the top leagues in the world back then, and it still is now, but even more so back then. It's an English team facing a Milan team in Istanbul. Oh God, we don't exactly have fond memories of that. I still remember watching that game. I was so mad afterwards. And it's still crazy that Liverpool team came 5th. That Liverpool team didn't even qualify for the Champions League via the league. And then they almost didn't play in the Champions League the following season because Everton, who came 4th, didn't want to give up their spot for them. I think I told that story on here before. But Liverpool ended up having to go through the second qualifying round or something like that. It was pretty mental at the European champions, and that's when they made the rule change then that no matter where the Champions League winners finish, they will be in the group stage of the Champions League. And obviously then in 2012 we had Tottenham finish 4th, but they had to miss out on Champions League because Chelsea came 6th and won it against Bayern Munich. And obviously now the rule has changed again where you can have up to 5 teams from one league in the Champions League. Oof. Just like we did this season. We had 5 German teams. Could have 5 Spanish teams depending on where depending on if Sevilla win the Europa League or not against Roma. And also we have all of the European finals have Italian teams in them. We have Inter in the Champions League final, Fiorentina in the Conference League final, and Roma in the Europa League final. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Although it will not be an easy feat for them to have all 3 come home with the trophy. I think the most likely one is probably Roma, because I have a feeling West Ham will beat Fiorentina. Be a good game though. I'm actually looking forward to it. And people say, you're looking forward to the Conference League final. Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Right, Alex has scored beauties on here before from free kicks. Oh, and he nearly scored another one. Good save by the keeper. 2 English teams in the finals go West Ham. I would like to see West Ham win it, I think it'd be nice to see them win it, and I'm happy for David Moyes, because I actually do have time for David Moyes. And look, taking over from Sir Alex, he had a very, he had an ageing squad. It was a very transitional period for us, and maybe he wasn't as backed as much as he could have been when you really think about it. Oh, excuse me. Chavez. Oh, unlucky. Excuse me. But I'm happy for David Moyes that he's managed to turn his career around. We've got two former United managers now that I think about it in European Cup finals. Obviously Jose Mourinho as well. And I would like to see Roma win the Europa League. But obviously they're looking for back-to-back European trophies, which is no easy feat. And he's obviously done it before with Porto. He won the UEFA Cup and the Champions League back-to-back. Beat Celtic in the UEFA Cup final. And then, of course, beat Monaco in the Champions League final. So that was that's kind of cool bit of history there. Oh, JJ Turl. Oh my God. God, this half. I feel like I've done fuck all commentary on this half. In terms of, actually commentating what's happening in the game. It's not been the most exciting one. We're about to approach half time here. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Here's Cloyne. Go on. Roma wins Europa League and next year wins Champions League to win all 3 European competitions in a row. Oh my God, what the fuck happened there? All the players and referees were floating above the fucking ground. Jesus Christ. You know what, JJ? Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. And listen, if anyone could do it, it would be Jose Mourinho. Like, I knew last season, and like people say, oh, like it's easy for you to say this now, but you can ask anyone who I know who's into football. I said from the beginning, Roma were going to win the Conference League. Because I knew Jose Mourinho was going to take that competition so seriously and treat it like the Champions League, because he wants that feather in his cap of being the first manager to win that tournament. And of course, by doing that, it would make him the only manager to win all 3 European competitions that are currently there. So I knew that he would want that feat. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck off. Oh, Forest go 1-0 up. The bastards. Oh, that's not what we were expecting. Oh, 1-0 down. Surridge with the goal. But I knew Roma were going to do it. I just knew it. I was happy for him. I was happy for Mourinho. I think the Europa League this season, he's only ever not won the Europa League once in his career, and that was with Tottenham. But every other time he's been in the Europa League, he's won it. Obviously, back in the UEFA Cup days with Porto, and then in 2017 with United. That's a good ball. If JJ can get there, he can, but the touch just let him down a bit. Excuse me. So like, I really do hope that I hope he wins it. And I obviously don't like Sevilla for knocking us out 3 times in fucking 5 years or whatever it is. So I really don't want Sevilla to win the Europa League. Alex is going to have a go from distance. Oh, I tell you what. For a second there, I thought he had caught the keeper out. For a brief second. Come on, we need to get this equaliser. Please tell me that's our throw-in. It is. Actually, let me just check there beforehand. Where are Roma in the Italian league? They are in 6th. So, yeah, they pretty much... They can still qualify for the Champions League, but they're like 1 game away from not being able to. So they need to win it to qualify for the Champions League, which I think... Okay, my chat was gone there for a second. I think that'll make them want it. So we'll have either 5 Spanish teams next season or 5 Italian teams in the Champions League, which is pretty cool. That's my prediction. Jose will end his management in style. Mark this episode down. Well, if that happens, what episode? This is episode 15. We'll have to remember episode 15 of Cloyne United. JJ's prediction of Jose Mourinho winning first. First, he has to win the Europa League this season, which I think he very well might do. And then he has to win the Champions League next season with Roma. So, remember this episode. Remember this episode. And if that happens, JJ, then... Oh! Oh, how did that stay out? Oh, Porrig, the fat gorilla. He nearly did it. He nearly did it. Right, if Porrig scores today... if Porrig scores in any game today, I will reveal what the fat gorilla reference is. And as I said, it's going to be so underwhelming, but it's still kind of funny. Or you know what? If we win, if he scores in a game, or if we can keep a clean sheet in a game that he plays in, then I will reveal it. Oh my god! Okay, we need to make some changes here in a second because we are about to lose to Nottingham Forest, which is not great. Ibanez, who funnily enough actually does play for Roma in real life. Right, let's make these changes. Okay, we'll bring on Afif. Chavez hasn't had his best game. We'll bring on Schuler. Gallardo maybe for Gaia because he's getting a bit tired. That's all we'll do for now. God, the camera angles at the City ground are so weird. I know it took him a while to put this game or this stadium into the game. Oh, no. Let's go block him on Mamardashvili. You'll get there. There we go. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, lads. This fucking chat is really starting to bloody piss me off. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, just give me a second. All messages. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't show all messages. Here we go. Come on, Fat Gorilla. If we get a penalty, I'm passing the ball to the Fat Gorilla Pop. Imagine if we could do that. Well, that's okay. If we get a penalty today, Porrig has to take it. The Fat Gorilla has to take the penalty. Oh, go on, JJ. Oh. So annoying when you whip in a ball like that and the game just will not put any power behind the header. It is so frustrating. I think the next time the ball goes out of play, I'm going to have to make a bit of an attacking change. But we'll deal what we have for now. Alex. And now Turl. JJ's in. Oh, for fuck. What was that for a ball? Oh, okay. Cam. Unbelievable. What a save. What a save. Come on. Nah, it's just not going to be on the day, lads. I just think this is just one of those games where we might even have time to make the change. This is just one of those games. Oh my god, Porrig's about to get sent off. Oh, Porrig somehow is not even going to get a yellow card for that. Even though he was the last man, he was nowhere near the ball. But apparently the referee was like, yeah, no, you're good, brah. Jesus Christ. Right. Let me just make these guys wingers. There we go. Right, Furuhashi can come on. And, you know what, Porrig, he's a bit of a loose cannon at the moment. We'll have to wait for the next game to wait and see if he's able to get that big reveal. Good call, ref. Yeah, bloody hell, I was just after accepting, okay, Porrig's going to be missing for the League Cup game. But, referee decided it was apparently not that bad of a challenge. Right, come on. Oh, oh my god. Oh, that's typical. What a save. Only 2 added minutes. Shit. Okay, come on. Oh, lads, the passing. The passing has been abysmal today. Nah, and that's going to be that. Forest have won this game. How do we go from battering Chelsea to losing to fucking Nottingham Forest? With all due respect. With all due respect to Nottingham Forest. This is not a game I was expecting to lose. And there we go. 1-0 loss to Forest. It is what it is. Poor performance. We have to do better. Oh, let's move on. I just don't have the energy to get mad. When you're recovering from an illness, you got to take it a bit easy. Right. Anyways, we move on. Got a cup quarter-final up next against Southampton. Carabao Cup quarter-final. And look, we're yet to win a trophy in this career mode. So I'm going to take this game seriously. We will make a few changes, though. I'm going to start Furuhashi, keep JJ on the bench. I will start Ferreira, and I'll keep Mbuemo on the bench. Turl can stay in, we'll play Schuler. I'm going to start Cook in Bear. Kent, I will start. Yeah, Kent is going to start at right back, right centre back even, because he's got 5-star weak foot, and he's one of the few players who I actually notice. I actually take notice of his good weak foot. So we'll put him in. Hobbs can stay there. I'll keep Gaia in. We'll keep Cullen and Turl in. And I think I'm happy to keep the bench the way it is as well. And obviously Mamardashvili can stay in goal. And we will play this game against Southampton, who, we can keep in that jersey. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. But we could seal a place in the semi-finals for ourselves here, which would be good. Who will ever forget the last game we played in this against Burnley? That incredible 2-2 draw that we ended up winning on penalties. A penalty that we actually hit the post with, but it hit the post, hit the back of the keeper's leg, and like scruffled in. It was absolutely insane. So it was. We'll never forget it. Sitting in Arsenal in the other quarter-final, Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham and Bournemouth. So still some good teams in there. Our work would be cut out for us if we do get through, but let's focus on this game first against the Saints, who of course will not be playing in the Premier League next season. Their relegation was confirmed last week, which commiserations to them. They had a good run in the Premier League, got promoted in 2012, and obviously only getting relegated this season. So they've had a good run of it, to be fair to them. They had a good run, but I think it was I don't want to say a long time coming, but I'm not surprised that Southampton have done as bad as they've ended up doing. I actually predicted them to get relegated last season as well, but obviously they managed to stay up. But this season, it just became a bit too much for them, and they've seen their demise. Sold too many, the ending quality went down a bit. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. And obviously Ward-Prowse now, I would be very surprised if he doesn't leave. I'm sure he'll get a good move as well, their captain. But it'll be interesting though to see how Southampton will do in the Championship next season. I could see it going one of two ways. I could see them coming straight back up if they can play their cards right. But I have a feeling they might turn out to be one of those teams who can... Shit! Oh my god, they nearly scored there. I have a feeling they could be one of these teams that might struggle in the Championship for a few seasons. I've marked this episode and reasoning for Mourinho's own European treble in my notes so I don't forget. We'll remember it, JJ, we'll remember it. And I predicted Southampton to be relegated and finish last this season. Yeah, I had them down to get relegated this season. And as I said, I had it last season as well. But they managed to hold on for a year longer than I expected. But I would have been very shocked if they had stayed up. Hold on a second. Oh, Furuhashi. Nearly setting up Cullen there. I mean, I'm still quite surprised at how well Bournemouth have done this season. Like, fair fucks to Bournemouth. They've been brilliant, and they've confirmed their safety. So they're a team that will be playing that have nothing to play for. So that's why I'm like, look, Bournemouth, come on. Just let us win. Just let us beat you. It's like, I mean, you're already safe. Like, you're not playing for European football or anything, or even top half football, or the top half of the table. Like, just let us win. Come on. Why not? Good ball. Oh, cleared away. I saw someone say it'll be weird not seeing Southampton in the Premier League, and I'm like, look, they've been there a while. But I don't feel like it's going to be noticed, because I didn't do much of note while they were in the Premier League. Like, yeah, okay, they got to the League Cup final that we ended up beating them in, and they had one season in the Europa League. Which actually, they played Inter Milan in the Europa League that season. They were in the same group, but like, that was kind of it. They got battered 9-0 twice. That's probably the thing that'll be remembered for most. As Furuhashi puts them 1-0 down here, the Japanese striker who came down from Celtic gives us the lead against the Saints. Right around the half-hour mark. Beautiful stuff. It's good football as well. Cloyne into the back of the net. What a good backup striker he's been. 3-3 in the League Cup. Good numbers there. Obviously, he is coming in whilst Evan Ferguson is on his 2-year loan spell. So I'm looking forward to seeing when Evan Ferguson comes back, like how highly rated he is. That would be fun. And then, like, by the time he comes back, we'll probably just end up selling Furuhashi. We signed him on a 3-year deal, so we have him for the 2 seasons, and then we can sell him on for a bit of a... Sell him on for a bit of money. Don't know why I couldn't think of my words there. I predicted Everton, Bournemouth and Southampton to be relegated. Feels like Leicester will be joining the Saints. Yeah, sorry, that's actually the point I was just going to make there, JJ. Thank you for reminding me. You know, when I was saying, like, I feel like, you know, people will not forget that Southampton exist, but I don't think it'll be very noticeable them not being in the league. Leicester, on the other hand, I feel like that will be a big, you know, God, they nearly scored again. That will be something that we'll notice, because they've actually, you know, they've actually done things of note. Let me just take a sip of water here first. Oh, there we go. God, my mouth was so dry. But Leicester, their first season back, they put... here we go. Sorry, now my chat's after going there. It is, it's back. I got a bit distracted there, and I forgot to pause the game. But Leicester, you know, they had the great escape in their first season back. They won the league in their second season, which is still, like, probably the greatest moment in the Premier League, because nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw Leicester winning the league that season. You know what I mean? It was absolutely unbelievable. You know, they've been in a few top 4 races where they just narrowly missed out. They've won the FA Cup. Like, they've had a lot of big moments. And, you know, not saying Leicester in the league would be kind of weird. But, you know, it is what it is. I predicted... Sorry, I put Spurs to win the league and Chelsea to finish second. What drugs was I on? And I put Brighton in 16th. Right. I think I've spoken to you about this before, JJ, right? But I'm going to say it again. So, Brighton in 16th. You know what? I can kind of see where you were coming from, because Brighton did do really well last season, and, you know, there was that kind of thought of maybe they'll drop off a bit. You know, we've seen that happen to so many of those teams. Oh, he's offside. Who, you know, have a good first season. I know it wasn't their first season in the league, but they have a good season and then they drop off. But when you said Spurs to win the league, I was going, bloody hell, that is a bold prediction. Chelsea finishing second, I can see more where you were coming from there, but, you know, obviously, I know in hindsight that doesn't look great because of the season Chelsea have had, but, you know, hindsight's 2020. But it was a bold prediction for your top 2. It was a bold prediction. But look, we all love a good bold prediction now and again. Oh, Porrig, he nearly scored. Oh, Turl nearly scored, but it gets saved. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. We go into the halftime break, 1-0 up. Should be more. Should have scored there at the end. But look, we'll take the lead. I would happily take the lead, I should say, into the second half. Yeah, no, Tottenham I don't think will win the league or anything, to be honest, anytime soon. I just can't see it happening. But hey, I got last position correct. Well, there you go. You know, you got that correct. I'm not sure if I've gotten anything correct so far this season. The only thing I can still get correct, I think, is my Conference League winner. Oh no, I'm Man City winning the league. That's something, unfortunately, I look like I'm going to be getting correct. I had Real Madrid down to win the Champions League. That obviously isn't going to happen. Europa League, I had United. That's not going to happen. Go on, Kent. Have a go. Oh, what a goal by Kent! Oh my God, the future star scores a beautiful goal. 2-0. An absolute belter. Well, he was originally a striker when he was scouted for us, but his stats were so much better as a centre-back, and his rating shot up when we converted him. But he's just shown there that he still has those striking capabilities. He's just scored a banger of a goal. Oh, God. This fucking cough is so annoying. Kent with a beauty. 2-0. You love to see it. I thought Richarlison was going to be Spurs' ticket and Haaland was going to be a flop. Oh. Oh, well, I wish you were right, but, oh. Those are some bold predictions. City in fourth. Nah, I knew Man City were, I knew Man City were still going to be up there this season. I don't know. I think that was, that was another bold prediction. Oh, God. I was glad I got the League Cup wrong because I actually, funnily enough, I had Newcastle. That was my prediction to win it. It was Newcastle, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. Right, unless Backlerla can score in this game, we won't be revealing the name because Southampton have fucking pulled one back. It's so annoying when that happens. It is so fucking annoying. But anyways, come on, we have to move on. Yeah, Newcastle to win the League Cup. Ferreira is really starting to fucking annoy me, by the way. He's been so shit. I can't remember who I had done to win the FA Cup. I think it was Tottenham. I think I had Tottenham to win the FA Cup. And that's what I considered my bold prediction. Oh, Furuhashi! Fantastic. Fantastic. From Furuhashi. 3-1. We pull one back. Or, sorry, pull one back. They pull one back. And we score pretty much straight away. Schuller into Furuhashi. Not an easy strike as well. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better. But it is 3-1. And I think I might make a change or two now. Ferreira is a bit tired, but you know what? I'm going to keep him on for a bit. Alex, who is looking well, stamina-wise, I will give him a rest just with the Premier League games coming up. We'll bring on Mbuemo. And yeah, that's the only change I'm actually going to make for now. I got tired of putting City first and Liverpool second and thought for this season predict something different. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. But I think I learned a long time ago, never ever bet on Spurs. I think Spurs are, they're just not a team that you can rely on. But next season, I thought that was going to go in. Jesus Christ, it's been end-to-end stuff in this episode. Next season, I feel like I say this every season, but next season is just going to be so fascinating. You know, obviously we still have 3 games to go this year in the league, but it's just going to be so fascinating to see how next season goes. Oh, Furuhashi, he's done well there. He's done really well. Turl can't get there. Unlucky. Unlucky lad. I've learned my lesson, especially if Kane goes. I've always thought he would stay, but not sure this summer. Now, I think that I think the writing's on the wall. I do think Harry Kane will leave this summer. There's a good chance he could come to United. Oh my God, this is so annoying that we keep conceding. Oh God, fucking clean sheets have just been so hard to come by in this fucking career mode. They really have been. And here we go again. Here we bloody go again. Furuhashi's in for his hat-trick though, but we can't quite play him in. Right, I'm going to have to make some changes, I think, in a minute. But yeah, I do think Harry Kane will leave Tottenham. I'd be very surprised if he stayed. And I don't think he should stay. Like, I think he's been more than loyal to them. Right, let's make some changes. Let's bring on JJ. Give him an appearance. I'm also going to bring on Chavez. I'm going to bring on Paulinho. And I'm also going to bring on Ibanez. Pori can go left back. Kent can go left centre back. And Ibanez can come on to play centre back for the final 11 minutes or so. May as well freshen things up. Come on, let's not have a repeat of the Burnley game. There we go. Good tackle. Oh, Chavez! For fuck's sake. That was poor. Oh, well done, Kent. Kent has had a good game. I think he's probably been man of the match. They just keep bloody intercepting us. That would switch player there for some reason. Porrig, come on. Good man. Fat Gorilla. Intercepting there. Here's Mbuemo. You can see JJ. Oh, JJ does really well. It's Turl across to Ferreira, who's not had the best game, but he does get a goal, in fairness to him, Ferreira. The man who I will be looking to sell in the summer. We're going to keep him for the rest of this season just because the replacement I want to get will cost a bit too much money, but he's surely sealed our route into the League Cup semi-final. Right-footed players, lads. I'm telling you, they're just so much better off the right-hand side, and left-footed players playing off the left. It's just the way FIFA is this year, from my experience at least. Ferreira scores what actually ends up being a very, very good goal. First 90 minutes he's had for a while. And it's 4-2 with just 2 minutes to go. And surely that's game, set and match. Oh my god. Can't wait for this cough to just 100% go. But oh lads, if you'd seen me last week, and even earlier this week, I was just absolutely fucking dying sick. It was ridiculous. Oh, another thing that's ridiculous is JJ. It's JJ. He only needs one chance. He only needs one chance. It's 5-2 off the bench. Second League Cup game in a row that he scores in the last minute. We thought the last one was going to be a winner. It ended up going to penalties, but this one is more than just a winner. It's the icing. It's the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake. 5-2. Lovely stuff. League Cup semi-finals. Here we come. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see who we come up against. I'm looking forward to it. I'll tell you what, lads, I'm looking forward to it. I will be streaming on Sunday again. Obviously, tomorrow night I won't be because of Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor is fighting tomorrow night in the 3 Arena in Dublin. I won't be going because the ticket prices were ridiculous. But I will be watching it live with a few beverages and snacks, which I'm looking forward to. Who's left in the League Cup? We will find out in just a second. We did see there were some big teams beforehand. Here we go. So we have Chelsea. Bournemouth beat Tottenham. See what I mean? You can't rely on Tottenham, even in the game. But Chelsea, Bournemouth and Arsenal. You know what? This might sound weird, but I kind of hope we get either Arsenal or Chelsea. I'd like to get Bournemouth in the final. I would like to get Bournemouth in the final.
Is it alright if we just ask you a couple of questions?
Some of our attacking play was world class. Couldn't have said that better myself. Furuhashi was fantastic. And maybe the scoreline flattered us. I'll be watching Fast X tomorrow, hopefully after work. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
I haven't seen a Fast and Furious film in fucking ages. I only watched them because The Rock was in them, and then John Cena appeared in a few of them, and I didn't even go to see them. But, yeah, no, that should be fun. Should be fun. Right, let's see what we have for the rest of the episodes. We have Everton at home, Sheffield away, and then we'll obviously finish off with this Villa game, which, you know, Villa are still unbeaten as far as I know. Let's have a look. Are they still unbeaten in the league? Yes, they are. Will they still be unbeaten by the time we play them? So I think we'll play this Everton game. I might play the highlights of the Sheffield game, and then we'll see what happens. Then we'll definitely play the Aston Villa game. We'll see what happens with their unbeaten record. Right. Ferreira did score, but he's absolutely knackered. So I'm going to play Mbuemo. Afif can go on the bench. Everything else, I'm pretty happy with. Part of me wants to give Kent another game, but I won't start him here. I'll probably start him against Sheffield, but we won't here. I'm going to start Gilardo, because I probably should have started him in the League Cup. But he's been good. He hasn't complained. So I think we'll reward him with a Premier League start here against Everton. And hopefully we can get another 3 points. Let's go. It's a shame ticket prices are ridiculous. Oh, I was fully expecting it though. And you see, you have to remember, like originally they wanted Katie Taylor to fight in Croke Park, which is the biggest stadium in Ireland. It's also in Dublin. But it's the Croke Park is heavily associated with the GAA. So that's where like the big hurling and Gaelic football games would happen. And I've been there, and listen, I think Croke Park's a good stadium, but I think it's a bit overrated. I think it kind of lives off its history, because it does have a very interesting history. And, it's, as I say, like, it is the biggest capacity in Ireland for a stadium. I think the Aviva Stadium is nicer. That's where Ireland play their football and rugby matches. Me personally, I prefer that. Aviva Stadium, which was formerly known as Lansdowne Road. But Croke Park, it lives off the history. But they're a bunch of stingy bastards. Like, they're so anti any sport that's not GAA. Like, they'll happily leave One Direction play a fucking concert there, but they won't leave. They were charging a ridiculous fucking price for it to be rented for Katie Taylor. It would have been a great moment for her, but she has to do it in the Three Arena, which I love the Three Arena to bits. I mean, that's where I grew up going to see all my WWE house shows that I've been to. Was in the Three Arena, and I'll be going to another one next month. But, it would have been class to see her fight in a stadium. Excuse me. Now, the Three Arenas had some big fights. Conor McGregor, the only UFC fight he had in Dublin was in the Three Arena. Like, the Three Arena is our version of the O2 Arena in London. The Three Arena actually used to be called the O2 Arena as well, until, Three occupied O2 in Ireland. So I have a lot of great memories there, and I can't wait for Keris and Sean, my siblings. I can't wait to bring them to their first WWE show there next month. They announced some of the card for today, but obviously card is subject to change. But, it should be interesting. JJ very nearly giving us the lead there, just putting it past the post. Jordan Pickford, who is a goalkeeper I was tempted to go for in the summer, but we ended up going with Mamardashvili, which I think was the right choice. He's younger, a bit bigger, and I think he'll be here for the rest of the career mode. We know how important Aaron Ramsdale was as a signing for us back in the Turl United days, and Mamardashvili, I believe, can be that here for Cloyne United. Chavez going to have a go. Pickford will save that as well. Oh, it's a poor ball out. Oh, Turl just couldn't find JJ. Go on. Oh, hold on, good header. He's given a foul there. Oh, I thought it was against us. No, it's for ourselves, so it is. Oh my god, that's weird when you haven't streamed in over a week. It actually, I think you forget how to, have, how to get a grasp of the English language. And then I think you also just get so much more tired because you're just not used to it. But I was hoping to be back last night. Like, last night, originally, I was hoping to get on here for a bit. But I actually went for a drink with my cousin Alex, who is actually playing right wing today. So I went for a drink with the real-life Alex Cullen, which was a bit of fun after jiu-jitsu. Oh, I thought Turl was injured there. My heart nearly fucking sank. My heart nearly sank. Oh no! Oh, what a save by Mamardashvili. And yeah, probably could have been a penalty, actually, now that I think about it. I think my main concern, I saw Turl go down and I was like, oh fuck, I think he's injured. Which would have been a ball. Here's Pepe, formerly of Arsenal. Come on, still 0-0 here, come on. I know we can do this. When we battered Chelsea 5-1, I thought we were going to have a few of those results today, but it's not been quite that way. I mean, Southampton ended up being a bit of a battering. Obviously, we lost to Forest. Oh, JJ! Oh, come on, how is that not going in? Oh. How are we not scoring that? Everton now switching the play. Calabria, who was shite for AC Milan in the semi-final, the first leg. Which was a shame. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, Porrig, you did really well there. He needs a clean sheet for Fakarilla to be revealed. Well, a win and a clean sheet. If we draw, I don't think it would be fair, but a win and a clean sheet. Or a goal. then I will reveal. All will be revealed. God, that was such a funny episode. It was such a fucking funny episode. But we are approaching half-time here. Still 0-0. In a game that really we need to win after losing to Forest. Good ball to JJ. Oh, he just can't do it with his left foot today for some reason. And that is half-time. 0-0. Not the most exciting of first halves. Did have a few chances, but weren't able to take them. What can this second half bring for us? Oh, Embuemo, you bastard. Fucking running that out of play. I love the Fast and Furious franchise. Can't believe the first one was back in 2001. Yeah, I was never a lover of it. Like, I only ever watched the only ones I ever watched was because The Rock was in them. And I thought they were fine. I think 6. I remember going to see 6 in the cinema, and I think I do remember enjoying it. I just don't really have a big interest in cars or anything like that. I'm just not big into that. And I know, like, I'm not saying you have to be to enjoy those films, but yeah, I'm just not a big lover of those movies. But look, to each their own, as they say. I don't really watch a lot. I don't watch a lot of movies in general. You know, like, people think because I've done a bit of acting that must mean I'm big into like TV series and films and stuff. I'm really not. Like, I have films that I like, and I mean, like, my favorite TV series is South Park. So, like, there's not like, it's an animated series. So, like, I'd say my favorite series, like, with actual actors, is probably Friends. Like, I really enjoyed the first season of Hannibal. I've never really watched Breaking Bad. I'm not watching The Last of Us. Alex was watching a bit of an episode last week that I actually ended up watching with him, and I thought it was fine, but it didn't make me like anxious to watch it myself. Game of Thrones, I was never into. Oh God, I thought that was going to be a goal. What other series are there? Trying to think. No, I can't really think of anything else. Chavez! Oh, what a goal by Chavez! Oh, it's a beauty. He only scores in big games, and he's got one here. And it's an important goal for us as well. 1-0 up here against Everton in a game where I was starting to get a bit worried, excuse me, that we weren't going to actually come out with anything. That's a good finish as well. Did really well to avoid the foul and could have easily taken it, but it's a beautiful finish. He's had a bit of a slow start to his goal scoring this season, but he's been improving so much as time has gone on. Just his 4th league goal of the season, but he's gotten them against United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and now Everton. What a player he's been. And a free signing as well. That's something I can't stress enough. He was a free signing. It's been brilliant. South Park and Friends, my kind of language. Oh, lad, I love South Park. Like the other day when I was in the office at work, right? So, as I'm sure some of you, I think I spoke about it on here, I am currently leaving the job that I'm currently in. And Wednesday was my first day back in the office after taking a few weeks off because I was a bit stressed. And I didn't even actually stay in the office that long. I actually spent most of the day in a meeting room. I'll be honest with you, all I did was watch South Park. Or, I was watching interviews with Matt and Trey, the 2 creators of it on YouTube. That's all I did for the day. I listened to Believe You Me, which is Michael Bisping and Anthony Smith's podcast, and then all I did for the rest of the day was watch South Park. And it was great. It was great. I love South Park. That's definitely my favourite TV show. I love Impractical Jokers as well. That's another show that I love. Oh, JJ's offside. Unlucky. Right, 73rd minute. I think we will make a change or two. Chavez does have his goal, but he's a bit tired, so we'll bring on Schuler. Afif I'm going to bring on for Embuemo because he's getting a wee bit tired and he hasn't done an awful lot today. I'm also going to bring on... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try Kent as a right back. Yeah, I'm going to try Kent as a right back. Let's see how that goes. If it doesn't work, we can just change it up. But see what happens. They're bringing on Dele Alli. I love those guys. Welcome to the Castle of White. Welcome to White Castle, bitch. I always say it about Impractical Jokers. I still remember back in 2014 turning on Comedy Central and seeing a trailer for an ad for Impractical Jokers, and it's the one show that I saw an ad for that not only lived up to the hype, it exceeded my expectations. And here I am, almost a decade later, and I'm still watching it, loving absolutely every minute of it. I love just throwing on compilation videos on YouTube. It's the name game, the one where they have to read out the stupid names in like meetings, or for appointments and stuff. That's one of my favorite parts of it. Oh my god, hit the post, and Kent, did you see that crucial touch he got there as it was coming back in off the post? And Mamardashvili, oh my god. Well, Everton haven't had a lot to do today, but bloody hell, they very nearly got one there. The name games, oh my god, there was one name that to this day I still find it hilarious, and it's so stupid, but it's just so funny. It was Joe read it out. I think it was the way he said it. He just picked up the card and went, Wong Damien Crucifix Plate. It's such a stupid fucking name. Like, nobody is going to be named that, but he said it so confidently. Oh, it's all in the delivery. All in the delivery. Oh, no, I love that show. I love that show. I like watching comedy shows. I really do. I am a lover of comedy. When it comes to, like, stand-up comedy, I do like watching stand-up comedy, but I think that... I can't remember who I was talking about this with recently. Hold on, let me just try and defend here. Oh, Porrig. Come on. We're very close to your big reveal. There we go. Only 2 added minutes. Come on, Schuller. Referee, come on. As much as I love stand-up comedy, there's a lot of... I feel like a lot of modern comedians are going to make some changes just to run down the clock. Crangus McBasketball. Crangus McBasketball. It's funny, that's what the name game is actually called, isn't it? They call it Crangus McBasketball. Who else will I bring on? We'll just give Guy an appearance, why not? But I was saying this about like a lot of stand-up comedians. A lot of them now I find funnier when they're not actually doing stand-up. Like there's a comedian here in Cork named Ross Brown, who actually used to be a wrestler. He actually trained with Finn Balor and Paul Tracy back in the day when the Irish wrestling scene started. And I think he's hilarious. Like, he's a radio presenter. He's on 96 FM here in Cork. And big win here against Everton, by the way. Chavez with a very important goal. Keeps us top of the league. And gets us back to winning ways. And it's a clean sheet, so we will do the big reveal for Fat Gorilla in just a moment. Oh, City beat United. That's a shame. But Ross Brown is hilarious, but... I find him funnier when he's not doing stand-up. Like, there's very few comedians now who I think I enjoy from a stand-up perspective. I enjoy them away from stand-up comedy. And, yeah, it's kind of weird. I know it might be a weird way of describing it, but, yeah. Anyways, moving on. Just want to have a quick look at the stats here. Mamardashvili, obviously, he's played every game. He has been fantastic. He's gone up to 82 rated. Let me just have a quick look at his... stats, that's fine. I'm just having a look at a few development plans. Turl, he's doing well with his, that's fine. You know what, I can do this after the episode. Let's have a look at the goals. JJ, incredibly, already at 42 goals for the season, 31 and 19 in the league. That is insane. Unbelievable. Turl, I'm very happy with my numbers, 13 and 26, 15 assists as well. Each Furuhashi, 11 and 2. Nice to see that. Alex, 9 and 15. Ridiculous numbers. Mbuemo, 5 and 6. Chavez, 4 and 15. So hang on now. Chavez, Cullen, and Turl all have 15 assists. That's mental. So 15, 30, 45 assists between those three players. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable. The build to the meaning of Fat Gorilla. It's time for the main event. Over 90,000 in the live chat for the historic meaning. Oh my God, JJ, I feel so bad now because this is going to be so anticlimactic. But before we get into the Sheffield game, I have to do this. I have to do this. So, I gave you a few hints about what the meaning was. So back in the day, when me, Porg, and Alex were on the Xbox, we all had very unique usernames. Mine was Storm98 Trooper, Alex was X-Fire Killer of Lore, and Porg's was Fat Gorilla. That's the meaning of Fat Gorilla. It was Porg's username on Xbox Live back in the Xbox 360 days. Such an underwhelming reveal, but the fun we had to get here was ridiculous, and I loved every minute of it. But that is the context to Fat Gorilla, Porg's Xbox Live username that to this day we still end up calling him. I never ever thought back in the day that it would get to this moment where we would be talking about it on a stream that people outside of Ireland have ended up watching. But there you go. That's the big reveal of Fat Gorilla. I told you it'd be underwhelming, but there you go. There you go. Oh, and would you believe it? Would you believe it? Aston Villa have lost the game. And Manchester City have jumped up into second. Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to be the first team to beat Villa. Because they beat us on the opening day. That was supposed to be the revenge. Who beat them? Who beat them? Oh, that's actually pissed me off now. Oh, it was Sheffield who were about to play. Right, we need revenge, so on Sheffield, who are in 11th. Tremendous pop. I now understand all the hints you gave me. It's about the journey, not the destination. That's true. That's true. But there we go. It's the cat's finally out of the bag. That was the big reveal behind Fat Gorilla. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm glad you found it funny, because I remember one day feeling so bad, being like, oh my God, like, I'm here building up this big reveal, and like it's not even that big of a deal. But I'm glad you see the funny side of it, JJ. That makes me feel a lot better, because I actually did feel really bad about it. Right, this game against Sheffield. I'm actually not going to play the highlights. I'm actually going to sim it so that we can jump in if we need to. And it also puts me in control of making changes and whatnot. I'm going to play Afif in this game. I know Mbuemo wants to play, but we'll play Afif. Chavez can stay on the bench. Schuler can come in. And I'm actually going to start Hobbs as well at right back, just to freshen things up a little bit. Everything else can stay the same. So let's sim it. Yeah, we can use that jersey. That's fine. But here we go. We haven't simmed too many games in this career mode. Definitely not interactive sims. Obviously, we did one last time against that Norwegian team in the Conference League. Oh, Turl very nearly opening up the scoring there. Hits the post. But we do have, or we did sim that game, I should say, last time out, and it didn't exactly go our way. Oh, God. Good save. Mammer just really gets there. Any reason for the Fat Gorilla username? I don't think so. I think it was genuinely. I think PlayStation do it as well. When you're setting up your account, it just generates random usernames for you. Now you don't have to pick them. Obviously, you can come up with your own. But Sheffield are getting a lot of corners here. It's getting kind of concerning. I think Porrig just saw Fat Gorilla and thought it was kind of funny, so that's what he picked. As far as I remember, anyway, there's no like deep meaning behind it. But yeah, the Fat Gorilla, very iconic username. We used to mock Alex because we just said his kind of sounded edgy. MX3 Killer of Lore, like that sounds like something from the World of Warcraft South Park episode. And then mine was Storm. Oh, I thought it was in. Mine was Storm98 Trooper, because my dad used to say I stormed off. If I ever stormed off when I was younger, he used to say I was storming off like a stormtrooper. And then it just ended up becoming my username. I remember messaging other people with the username Stormtrooper. And one guy, the guy who actually... Oh, fuck! Fuck. Okay, we find ourselves 1-0 down. Oh, that's annoying. Right, we're jumping in for the second half. I can't risk another loss. But I remember the guy who had the name Stormtrooper got very offended, and I ended up getting a bit of heat with him. But it's kind of funny. Right, come on. Okay, he's not injured. I've seen that animation loads. Right, 1-0 down here against Sheffield United. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, well done. Oh, what a block. What a block. But what a console that was, the Xbox 360. One of my all-time favourite consoles. It was the one time I actually preferred Xbox to PlayStation. Come on, let's tackle. Oh, no. Fuck. Good save. Good save. Oh, my chat's fucking disappeared again. Oh, it's loading. Okay. That's gonna... It's updating, I should say. Right. I won't have to chat for like 3 minutes now, so I apologise if I miss anything. But we will... Oh, get back to there in a second. What a save. Oh, good catch. Oh, sorry, the chat is distracting. Oh, it's back. There we go. Great. Great. Very offended there's more than one in the movies. Oh, okay. This is starting to get on my nerves now. Come on, we can't. And I'm getting nervous now because it's not even Villa that I'm nervous about. No, it's fucking Man City who are right behind us. And if anyone who watched the last episode, or anyone who did watch the last episode will know, like, Man City are not an easy team to come up against. JJ, unlucky. Okay, I think we're going to have to make a couple of changes next time the ball goes out of play, because I just don't think this is working. Bear, honestly, lads, he's not been one of my favourite signings. He's been a little bit of a disappointment. He really has. I don't know. I've given him a few chances, but he just doesn't seem to take them. Oh my God! How is that not going in? It was a good save by the keeper, in fairness, but Cloyne very nearly getting an equaliser here. I feel like the ball has not gone out of play once since we started this game. Oh, Porrig has been absolutely fucking shot all over there. Right, Hobbs, just going to have to get rid of it. We're going to have to make some changes because this just hasn't been working. Right, Chavez, you can come on there. Mbuemo for Afif. And I'm going to take off cocaine. Someone has taken his cocaine away. Exactly. He's having withdrawals. But he's going to come off. And Paulinho is going to come on because I don't think he's been doing that great, unfortunately. So I might need to look for a new CDM soon, a backup CDM. Because Paulinho has been a brilliant signing. But I can't say the same for Bear. Unfortunately. Oh, good tackle by Ibanez. Right, come on. Colin. JJ's through. JJ is through. Oh my God. They are just defending so well. This little cough is really starting to annoy me. It's when I put any bit of strain on my throat, I get that little cough. It's what happens when you're at the end of a cold or whatever. Hobbs puts it up for a throw, but of course, like every time we get the ball, it goes right back to a Sheffield player. Alex does extremely well there, but I just don't think he has the pace at the moment. Okay, it's a good run. It's a good run. I was trying to go for Mbuemo. Why would you not go to Mbuemo there? He was fucking clean and free in the middle. Oh my God. That was a golden chance to get an equaliser. God, looks like we're about to lose another game. It's 12 minutes to go. Here's Hobbs. Now Cloyne. JJ, is he onside? Please tell me he's onside. I think he is. He is. And JJ gets the equaliser with 10 minutes to go. Okay, calm. Calm. I don't want to get too carried away with the celebrations just yet. 1-1. Still time to get a winner. I am going to make one more change. And that is going to be Calabria coming on for Hobbs because he's a wee bit tired. Good time to bring on Calabria with 10 minutes excuse me, to go. But 1-1. Come on, I believe we can do this. Hobbs off, Calabria on. So I want to make sure that we're going to that with a good result. Oh my god, I thought that was in. I think he was offside. Oh, he was. Oh my god, that would have been a crazy moment if he'd been on and it had gone in. Oh, so close, but yet so far. Right, 5 minutes to go. Can we get another chance? Oh, good ball. It's Mbuemo. Paulinho. You know what, let's line up for the shot. Oh, I tell you what. Not the worst effort in the world. We still have one more change we can make. Menus are so laggy. God, Alex is tired, but I don't think we can take him off. You know what? Kent has shown he can shoot from distance when he's given the opportunity. Let's bring him on for Ibanez for the last 3 minutes or so. Right. Cloyne is going to whip this ball in. Oh, Faccarilla was there, but he just couldn't get the connection. It's Mbuemo. Oh, keeper. He's having a blinder at the moment, the keeper. Just a minute to go at Bramall Lane. Porring's it again, but it just wouldn't land for him. Kent, come on. Oh, well done, Kent. Kent. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God. I was just praising your finishing. You score a beauty against Southampton, and then you come up with a fucking shot like that. Oh, my God. That could have been a magical moment, and he had to go fucking ruin it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pause that. Can we get one last chance? Turl, he's done well. Chavez. Mbuemo. Oh, did the keeper save that? He did. Oh, this keeper can fuck off. Oh, one last chance. Alex will whip it in. Porrig was underneath it, but he couldn't quite connect with it. JJ. No, I think that's going to be that, lads, unfortunately. That is that. A 1-1 draw. Oh, that's frustrating, especially when we had those chances to win it there. Kent. All he had to do... Oh, God, excuse me. Bloody hell. All he had to do was get it on target. And it would have been 2-1. But it just beat the post. And now we go into the final game of the episode against Aston Villa as we head into the new year. Right. Let's see what the table is looking like. Let's actually have a quick look at the calendar first. I think it's Bournemouth. Yeah, it's Bournemouth who we got in the League Cup semi-finals, which is good, but I was hoping to get one of the bigger teams just so we could, you know, get Bournemouth in the final. But it's Chelsea and Arsenal in the other semi-final, and Cloyne United and Bournemouth in the more important one. We got Leicester in the FA Cup as well, so that should be interesting. So, an interesting month of January ahead of us. But right, Aston Villa, who are just 4 points behind us. They've only lost one game. They did batter us on the opening game of the season, the opening day of the season, I should say. But we've been brilliant since then. Man City just 1 point behind us, but we do have a game in hand. So it just goes to show why it's so important to win these games. And let's try and do that. Right, Ferreira, you are not going to be in the team. I'm going to... You know what, though? I'm actually going to leave him on the bench because Afif hasn't done much lately. And Ferreira, look, he has scored a goal in this episode, so... We'll leave him on the bench. Good to see everyone's fully fit. Thought with that midweek game, people would be kind of tired, but everyone's actually fully fit. That's good. So here we go. Can we get revenge against Aston Villa? Our last game of 2023. Let's hopefully end it with a good result and 3 points. Let's be having you. Time are we at? Oh my god, it's 25-11. I did not realize it was that late. Any business in... Oh my god, my nose just exploded. Oh my god, right, I'll be back in a sec. I need to get a tissue. My apologies. I will answer that question as soon as I'm back. Oh my god. Oh, right, sorry about that. My nose had a bit of an explosion there. That was that was terrible. Oh, anyways, any business in January? I'm not anticipating any business, right? I think the only business I'm thinking about now is summer transfers, purely because of our financial situation. Obviously, I've spoken about Anthony being a player I want to bring in, and even though I do want to sell Ferreira, excuse me, even though I do want to sell Ferreira, I don't think we'd get enough funds to bring him in or to sell him and then bring in Anthony. So I think unless like a good free transfer comes up, I'm not expecting to make any signings. But we'll see. Listen, stranger things have happened. Massive game, get the win as a Christmas gift. Exactly. It'd be a great way to round off the year. It'll be a great result for us to get for the end of this episode as well. And hopefully we can keep a clean sheet, because they have been very hard to come by lately. Oh, what a ball. Oh my god, what a ball that was. Paulinho! Oh, the keeper saved it and it hits the post. It was a great ball by Turl, I think it was. And Paulinho with a brilliant strike. But the keeper got an important hand to it. And keeps us level. Oh my god. I feel so rusty today playing FIFA, I have to say. I'm not like making excuses, but the only FIFA I have played in like the last week since I last streamed, just over the bar, was against my siblings. And they've only just started playing FIFA, so... And the only reason they've started playing it is because I wanted to get a third PS5 remote, to make sure that all three of us could have one when we're playing 2K23. And, excuse me, GameStop is closing down in Ireland. All the Irish stores are closing down, so they have a lot of closing down sales going on at the moment. And I went in to see if I could get a PS5 remote on the cheap. And long story short, I couldn't. But the cheapest one I could get, as Dylan Turl scores a goal once again to put Church Villa, to put Cloyne United 1-0 up against Aston Villa. Church Villa are the team that are literally down the road from me, the team I used to play for. So my wires got a bit crossed there. But Dylan Turl, a former Church Villa player, scoring against Aston Villa. Martinez couldn't get there. Made a brilliant save at the start of the game, but he couldn't keep out Turl. It's 1-0. The Roy Keane regen with his 11th goal in the league in 21 appearances. I am very, very happy with that. Lovely stuff. But anyways, to go back to the story about the remote. Long story short, the cheapest remote I could get was, you could buy the remote and you could also get FIFA 23 with it. And I was like, well, I already have FIFA 23, so I don't really need that. But I was like, oh look, my siblings don't have FIFA 23. Like, my stepdad, oh, excuse me, he has a PS5, so I was like, look, I'll buy the remote and I can just give him FIFA, whatever. That's offside. But yeah, I ended up paying pretty much the exact fucking same for a remote that I would have paid if GameStop didn't have closing down sales. So that was annoying. They did have a cool custom remote in there, but it was like fucking 300 quid, and I was like, fuck that for a game of cards. I just want a standard remote. I don't need any special edition ones. You know, and I love a good, customizable remote. But I'm not gonna pay something like that for it. Not gonna pay something like that for it. Something I kind of want to talk about as well. This is something I spoke about pretty recently, and I was hoping, like, you know, by the time that I could do something like this, that I would maybe have. Oh, let me just see if I can whip in a good ball here, and I'll get back to that important topic. I was hoping to maybe have a bit more of an engagement surrounding it, but I still think I might do it just for the crack. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to do it. It would be on a Saturday. But I was thinking of doing a 12-hour stream at some stage soon. And I would like pick a charity, and we could maybe like put a link for a charity in the description and do that. Something I was thinking about recently, because as much as I love streaming, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, it's back, never mind. The chat has been so temperamental today. As much as I love streaming, sometimes I feel like it can get a bit neglected with my schedule and stuff. We did a 12-hour stream. That would make me feel a bit better. And it's something I've wanted to do for a while. But obviously I would have to make sure as well that we'd have the strongest internet connection we could possibly have. So literally everything else would be switched off. So I'm the only one who uses it in here anyway. But I'm thinking of doing it when my siblings go away on holidays. So that's something just to keep an eye out for, and we can try and come up with some ideas for how we can do it. Because I am looking into getting some like streaming software soon, like Elgato or something like that. So that would mean I wouldn't be streaming just directly from the PlayStation. I would actually have a proper system, and you know, a proper way of doing it. So that's something to keep an eye out for soon. It's just so annoying when there's so many things you want to do, but there's only so many things that you can actually, you know, financially prioritize. You know, I'm saving for, you know, bringing my siblings to WWE next month. I'm hoping to be in Edinburgh for that United and the United game over in Edinburgh. Is it Leon they're playing? I can't even remember. But I have that. I'm saving to go to WrestleMania next year. Obviously, I'm paying for that now monthly. And it's like, you know, it's like there's so many things you want to get, but you just, you know, you can't splash it all out in one go. You kind of have to pace yourself. Good idea starting on a Saturday. Yeah, I said it would be kind of a fun thing to do on a Saturday, just to do something kind of different. You know, and obviously I wouldn't be working, which would be great as well. And we wouldn't have to worry about any interruptions or anything as well if, you know, if it's that weekend. Not that, you know, not that I'm saying my brother and sister are interrupting anything, but it's just, you know, obviously on the weekends I like to spend time with them. Well done. Oh, God. I thought the ball back was going to be a bit better there. Chavez. Oh, God. Ended up wasting it there a small bit. Is JJ though. Paulinho did really well to win that header. But it gets intercepted again. Still 1-0 though. I would have happily taken this before the game. We've got to make sure that we keep winning these games. It's all we can do. We can just do our job, win our games, and the rest hopefully will take care of itself. Ibanez taking a bit of a risk there, but it did pay off. Mamardashvili clears it away to Mbuemo. Here's Gaia. Out to Chavez. Mbuemo again. JJ. Oh! JJ was through the middle there, but the ball just got intercepted. JJ, 2-0. You love to see that. JJ, the legend himself. Oh my God, excuse me, I just coughed and hiccuped at the same time. That was disgusting. But JJ gets a goal, which puts us 2-0 up here. Brilliant by Colin. JJ through the middle. 2 touches into the bottom corner. Hopefully now that means 3 points. Oh, the English Van Nistelrooy with a lovely finish. You love to see it. Few friends who talk about wrestling did a few 12-hour and one 24-hour stream for charity. That's unreal. God, 24-hour stream. I do not think I would be able. I think 12 hours is fucking tough enough. 24 hours, like, I mean, God. I struggle to stay up past fucking 12 o'clock. Never mind, do a 24-hour stream. But, no, fair fucks to them. Yeah, no, it's something I'll definitely do eventually. It would definitely be a lot of fun. But I think I want to make sure I have, a better system to stream on and stuff before I end up doing it. But we definitely will do it one day. And I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, Chavez. Oh, he's been fantastic today, Luis Chavez. He's got more goals today than he had in the entire season before this episode. And we've said it, he only scores in big games. And he scored another big game here, 3-0. Now we're the ones battering Villa. Oh, revenge is sweet. Revenge is sweet. Lovely turn. Beautiful finish. His 5th league goal of the season. Excuse me. And we are smashing, absolutely smashing Aston Villa here. Now all of a sudden we'll have 2 L's on their record this season. Three points unwrapped. Just like Spotify. Oh, bollocks! Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, my God. I give up on clean sheets. I absolutely give up on clean sheets. I'm not watching the replay for that. Oh, for fuck's sake. That is so annoying. I don't know why I went back to the keeper here. It's just so fucking hard to keep a clean sheet. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a fucking untrained puppy sleeping on a bed. Just can't keep a clean sheet. Oh, unlucky. Nearly got a 4th there. Martinez got into his grasp. Right, we will make changes next time the ball goes out of play because we do have Bournemouth up next. JJ can get a rest. Colin can get a rest. Give Turl a rest. Yeah, we will. Kent can come on for... oh, Jesus, no. Not Mamardashvili. Kent can come on for Ibanez. And I think we have one more change. We'll bring on Hobbs. Hobbs has been good lately. Give him an appearance as well. I'm glad we got one clean sheet and it was worth it. Well, yeah, at least the one we got had a bit more meaning to it. The one we got was it blended in fiction and reality. So there's always that. There's always a positive way of looking at it. But it would have been nice to have kept one here. It really would have been. Digne. Oh, don't score again. Oh my God, they nearly scored another one. They very, very nearly scored another one. Come on, we need to be better here. We really need to be doing better here. Gonna make our 5 changes. 10 minutes to go. Plus added time. Is Ferreira. Oh, it's good play. Embuemo. Oh, good save by Martinez. Still 3-1. Ferreira's coming over to take the corner. Kent went up to meet it, but couldn't quite get there. Here's Chavez. Schuler. Oh, and Schuler! He comes off the bench and scores. A bit of an unlikely source. He makes it 4-1. Oh, my God. Excuse me. That was a nice cough, though. I felt like that really cleared up my throat. But that does make it 4-1. And that does ensure that 3 points will be staying here in Cloyne. Oh, it's a lovely touch. That's actually a very good finish by Schuler. He's not known for his goal-scoring abilities. He's gotten a few here and there. But that was a very good one from the substitute. And it's 4-1. Do you have a few ideas for the potential 12-hour streamers? It's just a thought at the moment. I have some ideas for it, but nothing like concrete. I would definitely have to think about it a bit more. That is something, yeah, I would have to give it a bit more thought. And, kind of plan it out a bit more. But, there's a couple of things. I've a couple of tricks up my sleeve. We can talk about that more maybe closer to the time when I actually have more of an idea of when I'm going to do it. Just because I honestly, at this stage, I don't know when it's going to happen. So I think that's the first thing I'll focus on is like trying to, give it a bit of a timeline first, and then we'll see. Then we'll see what we can get. Well, we started this episode with a 5-1 win. Oh, we very nearly finished it with one. Come on! Oh, come on! That would be poetic. That would be absolutely poetic if we could do that. Hobbs. Come on. Come on, let's get a fifth. To Schuler. Oh, ref, what are you blowing the whistle there for? What are you blowing the fucking whistle there for? Oh, anyways, look, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. It's a 4-1 win. Excuse me. We do get revenge on Aston Villa for that opening day defeat. They have now lost 2 games this season, which is not good for them. 2 in quick succession as well. Oh, God. Anyways, I would have loved that fifth. I would have loved that fifth. But anyways, we move. Still, though, I would have taken that result before the game, especially after that disappointing draw against Sheffield. We do take 3 points back to Cloyne, or keep the 3 points in Cloyne, I should say. And that's the most important thing, right? Let's have a look at the Youth Academy players here. This Cathal McConnell guy, he could be someone worth loaning out. He looks really, really good. I think we're going to promote him and maybe loan him out, right? This guy, he's got great potential, but I just don't think he's going to be good enough. Donald Kane, let's keep him in there a while. His potential has dropped off a bit, but we'll see. I think with everyone else, we'll keep them. We'll keep them in here. Great episode. We didn't lose a game. No, we didn't. No, sorry, we did. We lost to Forest. We did lose to Forest, which was a shame. Yeah, that was frustrating. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just thinking about something there. Just give me a second. Let me just weigh this up in my mind. So we have Afif. No, okay. I'll have to think about it off the. I have to think about it off camera. Sorry, something just popped into my head. I'll talk about it a bit in the next episode, but it was just something I was thinking about in terms of a signing. But I'll have a look in the background when we go off when I'm off the air. But one loss, yeah, no, one loss isn't too bad. It was an annoying result. The Sheffield result was a bit annoying as well. But I think the fact we haven't streamed for over a week, I think we gave it a good go. All right, let's see our highlighted. Can see how our highest rated players are doing at the moment in terms of their growth. Alex and JJ both on 86. That's fantastic to see. Both have potential to be special. Calabria 85 at the age of 27. I think that's really, really strong. Porrig 85 rated. Has potential to be special as well. 84 rated Gaia. 84 rated Paulinha. 84 rated Turl. Ibanez 83. I'm really happy with that. Let's see the financial side of that. Who's our highest valued player? It's Alex at 143.5 million. That is insane. JJ then with 130 million. Porrig 99 million. Turl 92 million. That is unbelievable. Get that lad promoted before the window. We did indeed. And we will try loaning him out at some stage. Is anyone running out of contract in the summer? Let me see. This Cardosa guy. I'm tempted to sell him because I never use him. Because there is a potential signing that I'm thinking about. But again, as I say, I can talk about it more maybe in the next episode. Because, yeah, there's a couple of players here I could probably offload. Yeah, we'll speak about it in the next episode. Let me just see how Evan Ferguson's doing. 74 rated still. That's not too bad. Hopefully he can keep growing over there. But yeah, that is going to be all for this episode, lads. Actually, first, let's just quickly have a look at the league table, just to make sure that we have done that before the end of the episode. My God, lads, I've completely forgotten how to speak English today. Anyways, we are 4 points clear of Man City, heading into just after coming into the new year, so halfway through the season. That is a great place to be in. Villa have obviously dropped off a bit now with those 2 losses, and the draws haven't helped them either. So 4 points ahead of City is a good position to be in. Leeds, Stoke and Norwich all down in the bottom 3. Leicester fighting to stay up as well. We obviously have the League Cup game against Bournemouth up next in in the next episode. So just to give a quick preview of that, we've got Bournemouth in the League Cup semi-final first leg. Then we've got Leicester in the FA Cup. We'll throw out a completely rotated team for that because I feel like there's a lot of players who've been maybe a bit neglected. And League Cup semi-final, I think I want to go with my strongest team. Leeds at home, Stoke at home would probably sim, and then we might leave it with the Bournemouth game, and then the episode after that we can do Nottingham and finish off the transfer window. Which, excuse me, JJ, thank you so much for being a legend in the chat as always, and for banging in the goals as you always do. But that will do it for this today's episode, lads. I appreciate you all tuning in, and we will talk to you all later. And yeah, have a good one.